Hello everybody, welcome to Lucky 13 Gaming. This is Starshine with Starshine's Let's Play, and we are doing Horizon Zero Dawn, and this is part Lucky 13. It's been a few days since I played, so I'll have to pick up, left it off. I know that I was doing check to win. Hades intends to use the Spire to transmit a resurrection signal, calling millions of buried war machines from their graves. When the time comes, Aloy must stand against the shadow, but she will not fight alone. Okay, cool. I am doing main storyline quests. And hey, it's Jordan. Welcome to the stream. Just getting started. Oh, and Adam's here too. Hey, Adam. What are you guys up to this evening?
I would like an opportunity to share a drink with Aaron. There's a man who knows how to enjoy life.
Are you doing any gaming tonight, Adam? Cool. Have you decided yet what you're gonna play? Where is this guy? Oh, I see him. Hiding around back.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them, god, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Aaron knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy, allow me to apologize for my behavior. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Cool. Drinking tea, watching the stream. That sounds like a great way to spend the evening. I'm glad you're excited for it. We're gonna play for, probably a little over an hour to an hour and a half. And then I'll probably jump over into, my system, which is off-stream, to play some Fortnite. Because I haven't played that in a few days, and I gotta do some quests by now, I'm sure. Alright, we gotta go talk to Blameless Marad.
I work all day while the nobles
quietly does it, panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge defenses and at the spire. Word was sent to every corner for shards, but many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will.
First fortnight victory royale? Well, that's exciting stuff. The first one's always super exciting. I remember when I first started playing a couple years ago, every victory was like a happy dance.
I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Sleep? Who sleeps? Before the final battle, visit both defense sites, optional, review preparations at the village, blah 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 blah. Alright, well, let's go check out the defenses. Well, let's use some teleporting. Why walk when you can fly? Gonna grab some health while I'm out here by the river looking at a bunch of it.
Stocking up.
I have lots of that. It's really just health I want right now. You're not health. Alright, well, let's run the actual way we've got to go here. Let's see. I want to go to that one. Why do I not see the one I literally just marked? Cat, you're making me nervous. For real, though. Guess I can't get up there. We'll have to walk around a little bit.
Huh. So you must be Aloy then. I thought there'd be more of you.
More of me.
Thicker, I suppose. Will, less of a ringlet. Don't get me wrong, you're very well struck.
Do all Oseram flirt at the most inopportune times?
Inopportune? Battle hasn't even started yet. Petra Forge woman. I hail from the Free Heat. I'll be heading back in the next dust storm. Murad asked me to check over the city arsenal first.
That's cool, bud. Thank you.
Cannons have aged well, but I've cleared their throats so they can really roar.
Thank you, babe.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then.
That's cool. Okay. I will make a reminder to get you more markers. Do you still have lots of pencil crayons?
Yeah, still have lots
Alright, off to bed with you. I'll get you some markers tomorrow.
This'll do.
fun. Alright, what are we supposed to do with this thing? Maybe we should look to see if she gave us a quest. I was only half listening to what she was saying, because one of my tiny humans came to talk to me. Yeah, sure. Jordan, you can join and play with us anytime we're on. We don't mind that at all. I can't talk to her this lady anymore either. Alright. What are we gonna do with the cannon? Oh, there's people over there. Who are those people? I'm supposed to take the cannon over there and shoot those people?
My turn.
I apparently can't take it off this. Oh, it's not even people, it's chargers.
Nice and wide. No need to aim it like a bow. Good. Try the next. See? That'll knock a machine on its ass, ancient or no. With these, hold off it all.
Thank you, Petra. I'll let you finish up.
Honest metalwork is hardly work at all. Look after yourself, Flamehair.
Yeah, whatever works for you.
I'll find a use for you.
You can have a chat with Lucky at some point and arrange with him when you'd like to play. Sure, he'll probably want to do something for the stream.
Have you just polished that armor, Who's it?
Of course.
Isn't that a little...
What?
Nothing.
Out with it, woman.
Forget I said anything. You look very dignified.
Aloy, I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry. I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
Watch out for the Oseram merchants. They'll as soon cheat you as look at you.
Journal? What? Travis came by trick-or-treating dressed up like me. Should have seen that coming. I gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out, but not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza. He organized for ZD staff, seriously, as though there isn't enough horror in the world already. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out here to G Prime for final inspections with Harris and the president's delegation. Ted was here too, and he was not looking good. Kept fidgeting and couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Thebes. Gag. Though I guess I shouldn't complain. If he wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse, let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. Harris stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing on the strategic situation. Basically, we've entered the thermal phase, as though the color of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks and the atmosphere won't be breathable. The last vestiges of European and West African civ brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. The swarm that scuttles across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan, about to start its death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest, and it comes to this. And advanced elements of the Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units on the Kalmar seawall. The noose is tightening. Projections show that we can still finish in time, but the margin of error is plus or minus 10 days, not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, well, it just can't. I will not let that happen. Enough writing, I need to get back to Zero Dawn. Yeah, for sure. We definitely like to do collabs on the stream. It's pretty fun to do that. Lucky organizes all that stuff. He's the schedule master of the stream. I just kind of do what I'm told. So you have a chat with him, and I'm sure we'll be able to queue something up sometime. I've found pretty much all the data points. I am only missing a couple. Oh, this must be the expansion pack. I haven't got into the expansion pack stuff yet. I wonder if that's after... Anyway.
Little Huntress, you called, so here I am.
Ready to fight?
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming? I wasn't informed.
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met a few times, and yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life. The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun. I hate them, Aloy. I've got the scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all. I said I came for you, but that was only half the truth. I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha. We'll fight them together.
And I won't forget it, little Huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise in a better world.
I can talk to him.
Aloy?
At ease, Uthid. Meridian will be glad to have you on its side. And I am too.
The honor is mine. You saved my epitaph from being a fine soldier, but a fool of a man.
I'm hoping you won't need any kind of epitaph just yet.
As the sun wills. When you found me, I was trying to eke out a glorious death. But now, a glorious life seems more preferable. To watch Edelman play in the low gardens again. Still surrounded by a dozen guards, but... what you did, Aloy, it was done well. Although, I can't shake this road. Vanasha. She delights in goading me. Like brazen colors waved before a behemoth.
Do you want me to ask her to stop?
No. I accept it. Well then. Meridian shall stand and shadow shall fall. I swear it.
Here's to that, Uthid.
Hey, Binge! Welcome to... We got Adam and Itch Jordan here in the stream. Always good to have some folks to chat to. Oh, another one's repaired. Last time I visited Prime was November of last year. Months since have been a blur. Flew out last night to oversee installation of the central Armature and the Master override. You're welcome, Ted. Which was completed by 04:30. So I decided to grab a few hours of sleep before heading back to ZD. Called Gaia before I bedded down, ostensibly to update her on the site plan. But the truth is I missed her. I've developed a habit of speaking to her before I sleep. Seems to be the only thing that calms me these days. Woke to a message from Osvlad. The Odyssey launched yesterday, so terrestrial life's chance of survival has doubled. Why then do I feel so uneasy? I just keep wondering what kind of world Far Zenith will create if the ship reaches its destination so many decades from now. And I worry about that alpha build of Apollo. So much knowledge, so few restraints, and no failsafes. How will they avoid repeating our mistakes? What's to stop them from playing God? Forwarded the Odyssey message to the Alphas. NATO replied in less than a minute with a poem, of course. The building of the ship by Longfellow, and it's long, alright. I didn't read all of it, but it seems to be about launching a ship rather than building one. The stanza, or couplet, or whatever, leapt out at me. Humanity, with all of its fears, with all its hopes of future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. Yeah, Odyssey and Zero Dawn both. Speaking of which, I should get back to ZD. Guess I should stop by NATO's lab and check on Demeter's progress too. If I can get out of there without a volume of Tennyson pressed into my hands, I'll count myself lucky. Till next time. And that one's still being repaired. And that one's still being repaired. Still under repair, under repair, under repair. Alright, carrying on. Alright, what do we got going on here? I've seen some chats going on. I'm waiting on the kids to go to sleep so I can stream. Adam's chilling playing Fortnite. Dude, you gotta put those kids to bed early. Mine are in bed by 8 o'clock every night. Not necessarily sleeping, as one just came out to chat at me for a few minutes. But early bedtime is the bomb. Well, that's not gonna do it. I need to find that trail. Yes. When they got activities, it does mess up the schedule. Last night was a late night for mine. They didn't get to bed till almost 9 o'clock, and they are showing it today.
You're the hunter from the Banuk Grove.
I remember you also, Nora. The machines shook free of their slumber after you arrived. Raged and fought.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
No, I'm thanking you. That night, I decided I would not go back to Banur. I would take my hunt into these lands. So many machines, even demons. Spidery, skittering, without the blue light in them. Dead things that must be killed again.
Our enemies dug up an army of them.
An army. Yes, that's why I came. Good. I'll wait.
Weird. Oh, Talana.
Talana, why are you here?
I'm your hawk. Where else would I be?
Defending Meridian with Avad?
I leave that to the rest of the lodge. Watch. Not when I have the power to change it.
Then I won't ask you.
It's settled. I will fight by your side. My only request,
Name it.
leave the biggest machine for me.
No promises.
This is an interesting place. Let's go see who we've got up here to chat at.
It rises taller than the highest tree.
Oh, the Nora are here.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
Did she bring Varl with her? Oh, pretty busy day today. We're getting full out into field season. And I've got 175 grade 4 classes that I've got to get registered and booked for their field trips. And I started a student today, or yesterday rather, to help me with that. So training them on how to do it and getting her done. We've got 135 registered as of today. Here's Varl.
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called anointed either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time.
Aww.
And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
Oh, who do we got over here?
Oh, great sun. How does your...
Naman. I should have known if there was going to be a sun priest here, it would be you.
And if the Sun King had allowed Outlanders to set foot upon the Alight, this Aloy could only be you. I wish the circumstances were different. Or that the Psalms of the Sun could give you peace of mind. But if you'll allow me one pontification...
Go ahead.
You've shown strength and compassion. Our enemy's only a desperate hate. Both sides claim the blessing of the sun. But the sun that I pray to, it would bestow it upon yours.
You know, Naman, I'm already under some pretty heavy divine pressure, but I'll try to live up to it.
The tribes united against Shadow. How could that not be the sun's will?
Yeah, work's ramping up pretty good. It'll be pretty busy from now to the end of school.
So who are these guys?
Be it?
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. They used to be Karja. Karja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Karja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys just like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
Let's not get cocky, boys.
Well, Aaron, are you gonna talk to me or what, bro?
Aloy.
Alright, Kat. You can't be in
So
front
here
of
we
the
are
TV.
again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
That's... big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Where do they put the vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit him like a hammer till he can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian.
All 4 of you?
And we're here for you.
Thank you, Aaron. Ursa would be proud.
Only if we win.
Well, 4 are better than none, I guess. Oh, is there a Fortnite download? Man, I might have to check into that.
Getting itchy.
What's this place? What is this? So, Binge, what are you going to stream tonight if you're still on? On the chats? I've been watching your Pokemon stuff lately. I know zero about Pokemon, but it's pretty entertaining. Yeah, I think I talked to everybody up here. Let's see if we can't rest before the final battle. I hope there's other people I had to talk to. Alright, well, let's go rest. Well, you're gonna do some shooter tonight, are you? Vanguard. See if you can't blow some people up.
The enemy is marching on the city.
Actually, I might see if I need to buy some resources. I got 210 of those. I might buy a couple more, actually. Put it up to 300. I would assume he probably will. He has darts. He'll be home around 10:30, 11. All depend on how tired he is. I didn't really get a chance to talk to him. I got home late because of work, and he was already gone to darts. Oh, I still got lots of room in the pack. I sold out quite a lot of stuff.
Buy what you need, leave the rest.
Yeah, perfect. I did want to buy more of those. That's exactly what I wanted. Alright, go sleep. Wait, where's my sleeping spot? Where are you directing me here?
They're here.
Owen's apartment feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
Oh, well, now you're making me paranoid. I think we're done all the quests. The stuff that's left is just kind of like... I can't do that until I find more of the battery pack thingies. I don't want to go to the hunting things just now. Oh, I could do that. I am level 3. Decisions. Alright, let's give that a roll before we... Holy smokes, she up here. Oh, there's a whole other land up here. Where am I? Oh, I gotta climb. Alright. I wonder if this is the expansion pack stuff. If that is the case, that it is the expansion pack stuff, I will probably open a fire pit so I can fast travel a little closer and then go back and do the storyline.
I can always use these.
Cool.
What are you doing, Aloy? This path leads to the cut. The Banuk have nothing to offer besides useless mysticism. The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your task.
Surprised you're still checking up on me. I thought you had moved on.
Forgive me for still being concerned with the fate of the world.
I was thinking, Banuk shamans thread blue cables through their skin, right? Kind of like someone else we know, huh? So maybe the real reason you want me to stay clear of the Banuk is to stay clear of your past.
It's not the past that concerns me, Aloy. It's the future. Or possible lack thereof. Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters. But as usual, do as you wish.
Touchy.
Oh, are we gonna get some backstory on Sylens? That would actually be pretty entertaining. Which way do we have to go here? I need to go back down so I can actually look. Oh, there we go. Okay. That'd actually be pretty entertaining to get some backstory on Sylens.
This one's a new predator. I can see the heat coming off it.
Demonic. Whoa, you're supposed to pull arrows there, bro. Woo. Whoa, he is for the punch. Holy! Whew. That back top is rugged. Jesus. Are you gonna heal yourself, bro? Or, like, what are you doing to me here? Holy Hannah. That guy was, rough. He just depleted all my health stores. Alright, good times, good times. This is definitely the expansion pack. I just want to head up here till I can find a fast travel, and then I'll go back and I'll finish the storyline. Quite confident the expansion pack will still be here after the main storyline quest is done.
Everything's freezing. The ground, the air, me.
So whiny. It's only a little snow. Oh, it's Buddy on the pipe, okay. Scared me a little bit.
Okay, that's a welcome, I guess.
You sure you'll be warm enough up here, Nora?
I've worked up a sweat from the climb.
You made it to the cut, Outlander.
Not that you'll stay long.
You're right, I'm not gonna stay long. Pretty much as soon as I find a fast travel point, I am out. Hey, bro.
How are we to trust the chieftain after so many died under his command?
Sounds like an issue.
Shaman has abandoned us.
I do not think that our hunter created an out hands. He led them to a great challenge. That is all. To be Vanook is to know that death may rise up to meet you at any moment. Trust that
Ooh. Treasure box. I apparently have not opened a treasure box in a while.
Oh, nice. Must be something big going on.
Whatever wisdom she's looking
Most of the village is moving towards that smoke.
Who knows better how to lead?
Just push him out of the way. No worries.
Get ready for a rare sight, Nora. Bergrind, purveyor of necessities. Most of the time, the Vanook burn their dead. But not today.
Because the bodies couldn't be recovered.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off.
Grasp your grief, my hunters, and kill it! For our kin sees the fate all Banuk long for. Falling with their spears striking steel. Their struggle is over now. You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning. Soon, we will again take up the hunt against the daemon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
My courage! My spear!
Our blood is in your teeth, Aratak!
We are Banuk. Our enemies are prey.
The daemon. It frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best. And what do they want to do? Go back up there. Fools. A little advice, for free.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with one of their shamans, Aurea, spouting on about spirits and daemons up on Thunder's drum. So they march their Warwick up there, and half of them get slaughtered by machines. When Aurea vanished, I thought the crazy might have gone with her, but no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin? Like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered. Like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he messed with the Conclave. Or they messed with him.
Conclave?
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time to keep up with the latest mumbo-jumbo. No idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other. Aurea's been to that shindig, but when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
What is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Seems like they don't have much of a choice, in a place like this.
Yeah. A land cold enough to crack teeth. Filled with wild animals. You think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid? Well, believe me, I've tried to convince them. But a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
And Aurea is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's drum. And they believed him.
But you don't.
Look, I don't know what Aurea found up there. A shaman's not going to talk to an outlander. The machines in the cut are getting more vicious, that's a fact. It could be because of the daemon, or it could be because they all got indigestion, for all I know. But Aurea's not around to explain. She took off, and no one knows why.
Is Aratak a renowned warrior around here?
He's a Warwick chieftain. His voice carries a lot of respect. Not that you hear much of it. Man talks about as much as a dead fish. But when he and Aurea came to town with their Warwick, it drew more Banuk to this little burg than I'd ever seen. Know what else I saw, Aloy? My own little trade route, stretching all the way back to the claim. Then, he goes and leads them off to their death at the claws of angry machines. So much for my best customers.
You said you've lived out here for 2 winters?
Aye. Back home, some fur traders told me about this steel-forsaken heap of tents. Good location. Ripe for change. We were barely scraping by until this place started filling up for Aurea. A great prophet is coming, they said. I heard prophet. Honest mistake. Not that the Banuk are stingy, they just prefer to keep trade among themselves. We could get through to enough of them. We could really put this place on the map. Or at least on a map.
What are these Wericks about, Bergrand? Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Yeah, not like our clans back home. You don't get born into these things. They hold tryouts. Prove your best at something and you might get a place. Some Wericks come and go. Some last as long as metal. The whole Banuk territory, Banur, is just a bunch of the biggest, oldest Wericks.
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
Well, here's the sure thing. Each Werick has a chieftain and a shaman. They make the decisions. All well and good, except the chieftains are hard-headed, and the shamans have their heads in the clouds.
We?
Me and my daughter. My assistant, Varja. My assistant and my daughter. We seem to get along better as business partners. Her mother wanted me to show her a trade. She started tinkering with weapons. Say, when you need a break from this Banuk carry-on, stop in and see her. You're both, how do I put it?
Women?
No. Independent. Look for her at Long Notch, the easternmost Banuk camp.
Independent.
I want to know more about this Daemon.
It's crazy talk, Aloy.
Or there's something to it. Something connected to how the machines behave.
Then you need to find Aurea. She was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rats. I've heard only the shamans know the trail beyond those frozen peaks. But I do know where you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say a new machine, like no one's seen before.
Well, now I'm definitely interested. Thanks for the talk, Bergrand.
Don't mention it.
I wonder if Aratak can tell me more about Aurea or Thunderstrom. Might be worth a shot.
I do not want to hear this talk from you again. Doubt is heavier than a week's snow.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for the next attempt.
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done. Do you understand?
My chieftain.
Good. Outlander, I suppose you wish to speak?
There are other Weraks in Song's Edge too?
Yes. The village has its own life for all Banuk who need trade or shelter. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once a campsite, quick as the bloom between frosts. Perhaps it will last, until the Karja seek war again.
Aurea knows about this Daemon. Where would I talk to her?
She does a shaman's work. That is not for the eyes and ears of others. Certainly not an Outlander's.
This Daemon you talked about.
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines, made them fiercer, stronger.
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans to debate.
Did your Werik come from this place?
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across Banur to face the threat of the Daemon. But I was born here, and stayed to fight the Karja when others retreated into the mountains. A few of my old warriors remained with me, those who survived.
You're set on going back to the mountain?
I have put my word to it. What? Death? It would be a worse fate to bow our heads to the challenge and say too much.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Good. I prefer deeds to words.
Right.
He's a real fun, chatty guy.
You're meant to trust the Karja now? I'll
Give this to the Osram. Whatever they do with passion. Bandits cower at stone walls because they are too afraid to face.
You seem sad, stranger. I heard you mention a flood?
Yes. A sudden deluge, without rain or melt to explain it. I'm Aloy, the drummer of Deep Din. Or at least I was, until it disappeared under the waters.
Deep Din. What's that?
A hollow, carved out by the old ones. A chamber, a basin, and a musical instrument all at once. My life, my calling. I'd explain it by playing for you if I could. But its pipes are deep under the water now.
So Deep Din is a place, and a musical instrument?
Yes. Pipes that carry a perfect tone beneath a sonorous basin. A wondrous edifice the old ones used to carry music far and wide. During the war, my father played the pipes to rally the Banuk against the Karja. I'm the drummer now. But our battles are few and far between. Mostly I play for the joy of it. Or to remember my family. Of course, if the waters don't recede, what's the point of joy? Or remembering?
So the waters came fast.
One day it was dry. The next, the nearby river had risen and the entire basin was flooded. I don't understand it. There was no rain, not even any clouds, and yet the river rose higher than I'd ever seen it. And there it remains.
A flood without rain. That is strange. Where is this place? I'll have a look if I'm in the area.
Just northwest of here. Look all you like, but I don't see what good it'll do. The floodwaters aren't going anywhere. How does one ask a river to relent?
Oh, what's this guy selling? What? Champion's bow? Ooh. 100 tear. 150 tear. Mine is more powerful. 20, 0, and 150. Nora Silent Master. Ah, stealth. Gives me more stealth. I might want this fire one against those friggin' demon thingamajigs. Cool.
Good news is that bandits tend to live brief lives.
Remember, Bankai, when the old ones were fresh in their graves, our numbers were still small. It was she who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from the old days. Everywhere Bankai.
Come see the top. Even if I care to travel south, I'm not get much further than the Grave World.
Okay, if I want to learn more about how this daemon affects the machines, I've got to find Maria. To do that, I need to talk to her apprentice, who followed the river north.
Outlander, wait a moment. That weapon of yours, Outlander, that spear. I can see the blue light upon it.
This? It was made by an acquaintance of mine.
Ah, a shaman.
No. More of a tinker?
A tinker does not understand the spark in the metal, the song in the metal like this. But it could be improved upon, modified with the help of the old ones. Far north of here there is a cave, a shaft in the snow. Within it is a nest of metal birds. Find a bird that hasn't been stripped by shamans past, Look for a rail inside it, the length of your spear. That's all I can tell you.
Get a rail from some metal birds in a cave. Sounds perfectly normal.
Sounds like improvement for my weapon now. What are these guys doing? Hey friends, can I talk to you? No.
We work our fingers raw at the dye camps, but still the hunters complain about the colors of their garments.
Hello.
For a while you start to notice how the texture changes when the colors have soaked on your head.
Save these for the trail.
Well, I'm gonna run down in this direction and collect health along the way, because that machine kind of ruined my stocks for going to fight in a big battle.
Very cold. I get it.
Oh, that's whining princess. Oh, what are these guys?
These will keep.
Hello, guys.
Outlanders. Gorgeous
Some
outlanders.
pray, others drink. But I prefer a lazy
We've
moment
lived under
to
the same
myself.
sun all this time. Imagine that.
Imagine. Imagine that.
Said he offered another caravan to machines last week. Docked my wages. Again.
May the sun grant you a portion of its wisdom, young huntress.
What's that? Whoops. Wrong weapon. I did not mean to blow up that squirrel. Poor little squirrel. Oh, what are those? Oh, they're sheep. And a turkey. And apparently I'm going the wrong direction. I know that's probably a surprise for you guys that are still watching, but I would just like squirrel off in the wrong direction. Some fighting
That
shit.
must be Naltuk, looking out at that tower. It looks like it's sending out a right it.
Hey, buddy.
Naltuk? Who are you? How did you find me?
Bergrand told me you'd be out here.
He's persistent. I've told that Oseram 1,000 times. I don't need to buy anything.
And I'm not selling. I just need to find Araya.
Well, you won't. She's gone where only shamans can tread. She seeks guidance from the voice in the blue light. That is her task. And the task she gave me is to observe the daemon's work. To stop it spreading, if I can. But what can I do about these towers? In only a few weeks, they've sprouted throughout the cut. The daemon's energy pulses from them. Rallies the machines, even repairs them.
Aratak said this daemon was frenzying machines.
Look there. Those with the purple markings. They belong to the daemon. They're stronger, more dangerous.
I've seen something like this before. The corruption. But it wasn't from your daemon.
You have? Well, then you know more than I do. These towers, were they part of your corruption?
Those are new to me too.
Like I said, they empower the daemon's machines. They must be stopped.
Will you tell me where Ourea went?
You ask a lot of questions.
Only when I'm not getting the answers I need?
There's but one voice Ourea wants to hear right now, and it isn't yours. I'm sorry.
Alright, you want to stop the spread of the Daemon's work? I know how to get started. With my bow and spear.
Outlander, wait. Won't you tell me your name?
Aloy.
Good. If you fall to the Daemon's machines, at least I can properly recount your efforts to Ourea.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. But I won't fall. And when I'm done, you're gonna tell me where she is.
Alright, well. Let's see what we can do then. How did I miss?
Oh, they're hunting me.
Alright, screw off you.
The pulse gives energy, repairs them.
Oh jeez, where'd you come from, bro? Alright, cool.
Saving these for the trail.
What are you? Whoops, I missed. I missed again. There we go. Are you a possum? What are you? Oh, you're a badger. Fun. Alright, cool.
Let's talk about Ourea. You are quite the
This'll
warrior.
last.
Oh man, I need to gather up some health. Let's go back and talk to this cat. See what he's got to say about Aurea.
Seems I can take care of the machines and towers. The daemon's next.
You claimed its power for yourself somehow. Perhaps Aurea should meet you after all. What she truly seeks is hope. After what I just saw, you could show her that. She's in retreat beyond those mountains, the ice rasps. You'll have to walk the shaman's path to get there. You'll know you've reached the end when you come to a shrine, a great machine covered in blue gleam. Shamans who complete the path take a piece of it as reward. If you make it that far, you should too. You'll have earned it.
You said something about blue gleam at the end of the shaman's path?
A crystal that builds on the bodies of machines in the oldest ice. We Banuk believe it's the stuff of the blue light, frozen as it escapes their shells. You might be more interested that merchants will trade well for it.
Bergren told me you're Aurea's apprentice.
In her absence, I serve the chieftain and his werak as an advisor, a scout, a speaker for the blue light.
A lot of responsibilities.
I don't know if I can live up to Aurea's example, but I have to try. I owe her that much. She took a chance on me, an aspiring shaman from the edge of the world. No one else would.
Were you with Aurea when they attacked the mountain?
I wish I had been, even with all that happened. I'm no warrior, though, so she bid me wait. When Aurea and the chieftain returned, I saw them argue bitterly. I don't know what about exactly. Then she came to me, gave me my task, and left us.
How do I cross this shaman's path?
Go to the ice rasps. Then follow the markers through the ice caves and the waterfalls, and make the climb to the shrine. But be careful. The path is meant to be an ordeal, the final trial of a young shaman's training.
And I'll find Aurea at the end of it?
No. She goes further up, somewhere inside the mountain. If you see her, would you tell her, I have faith she will hear the voice again.
All right. I guess I'm off to the ice rasps to find this shaman's path.
Oh yeah, sure, why not? Bah. Turkey. And a pig. Snap moss. Don't particularly want to play with them. Oh, what's this place? A large pink-tinted rock marks the summit of Bukit Tama Hill, Singapore's highest point, at one time 164 meters above sea level. Charmaine Lowe records a self-halo next to the rock, her bright smile contradicted by nervous fidgeting with her prismatic fake nails and 30s-style subdermal jewelry. I thought I'd never see this place again. I still can't believe it's real, she marvels. Proud Bukit Tama has stood firm against time and weather, but the rest of Singapore has fared less well. With approximately a third of the island nation at least 5 meters above sea level, Singaporeans like Charmaine were forced to abandon their homes as inexplorable waters leached away their foundations throughout the snoring 20s. Now the surviving members of Charmaine's family are returning alongside many others. As global temperatures and sea levels stabilize, people come by air or by water. Some seek refuge from the deleterious effects of the Sittaram River tragedy, whose costs still reverberate today. All hope to build new lives atop the collapse of the once stable and prosperous country. Singapore represents one of many states abandoned by their citizens in the aftermath of heavy coastal flooding. Questions surrounding ownership are difficult to answer. Government and law enforcement personnel fled far in advance of the country's devastation, and documentation of title is scattered at best. The plot of land on which Charmaine's childhood home once sat had belonged to the Lowe family for almost a... Data corrupted. So is this her home? Are we in Singapore? I don't know.
This must be the ruined Aloy was talking about. Caved in. Flooded too, like she said. Snap bones. Probably came from somewhere upriver. Follow the river, find its source. Seems simple enough.
Do I want to do her quest? I'm super close to it.
These mountains must be the ice rasps. The shaman's path begins somewhere up above.
Oh, it's a dam. So the dam somehow get turned on? Or reroute the river somehow? Alright, follow the river. Away we go. Whoop. Following the river, following the river, wherever it may go. That's deeper than it looks. I just splooshed way out of sight. Sploosh. Into the river.
There. That must be where the water's coming from. Looks like something the old ones built.
Imagine. They built a dam. Magic whack! Oh, there's a data point over there. Is this Magic whack? Okay, girl, you are never going to guess what happened on my way home last night. First thing, I heard this sound like a herd of killer bees escaping out of a tin can. Then there was this weird light through the trees. I was totally hoping it was aliens, but nah. It was one of those old blue spectrum LEDs looking super creepy on the snow. As it got closer, I heard some Yahoo letting out this weird guttural man shriek as if he were doing some macho primal scream therapy. You know, with 1,000 RPMs between his legs. Said Yahoo was none other than Dodd Belvins, our new director of security, or whatever his $20 title is. He was actually riding an old snowmobile. They're like 1,000 times more polluting than a combustion era car. My expert professional opinion, Belvins is a grade A douche canoe. Douche canoe. Oh, I'm going to add that one to the repertoire. I decided not to sick the security bot on his flabby rear. After all, he's practically our boss for the next 2 weeks. But Shells, you might want to take a bathroom break now because you're going to lose it when you find out what I did instead. I was standing right near one of the trail signs, and I could tell Belvins was headed for me, so I reprogrammed the sign to swap directions between Fairy Falls and Purple Mountain. Wicked, right? You'll never get a snowmobile up there. I hope you bailed out hard and had to walk back to the lodge. Guess I'll be filing my very first incident report right before this whole thing shuts down forever. I could let it slide like usual, but then where's the fun, Shells? Where is the fun? Douche canoe. I am definitely going to call somebody that this week. Because that's a fabulous insult. Douche canoe. Are you gonna climb up there? There you go.
Somebody wanted in. Nearly blew this entire ledge off just to get through the door.
Alright, well, I guess we're going in. Whoop.
Flooding detected. Evacuation recommended. Overflow basin compromised.
The overflow basin. Is that the dip?
Cat, stop. I'm gonna put you down on the floor again. Stop it.
Looks like a control center. What happened in here to start the water flowing?
Too far away.
Another holographic interface.
Probably gonna be puzzle time.
Maybe I should try scanning objects in this area.
Puzzle time.
Alright, it's okay. Like, how do we want to start this farewell thingy? We might be the last Satchel people to ever see this place. Yeah. It's, you know,
Songs?
farewell thingy. We might be the last Satchel people to ever see this place. Yeah. Hence, you know, songs.
Dear Nobody, as far as I can tell, that's who's going to read this. These spooky guys shut up today with that creep Belvins to take measurements of our workstations, and next week they start installing Pharaoh servers to do our jobs. Bye-bye, Shelley. Bye-bye, Laura. See you never. Hope you enjoy basic income. God, it's going to be weird to say goodbye to this place. When Quentin and I split, this was all I had. Thank God for a job where I could sit at a panel and push buttons and cry all day. Which I think is why we're doing this, hiding the tapes of our rehearsals in the dam. These tapes are our memoirs, our ghosts. Through them, we get to haunt this place, keep it human in some small way. This control room was where I was sitting when Laura came in, dragging an old practice amp and a guitar behind her. Shell, she said, girl, So I was looking at schematics for this place, and I found the perfect practice space. The acoustics in this place, seriously bonkers. Like echoing through the entire valley kinds of bonkers. Legit, you're gonna soil yourself when you see it. I remember asking, practice space? Peace, Shelley. Peace.
No way I'd be able to swim. Someone's been through here. Not that long ago either.
Somebody's trapped. See if we can find them.
Are you alright?
You don't know how happy you just made me. For a moment, I thought my fire was snuffed.
The forge gone cold.
But nope. Nope. Not old Gildan.
You're... welcome?
Wait. Start from the beginning. What are you doing down here?
Ow! My apologies. When you mostly talk to yourself, you can tell your stories in whatever order you like. There's an artifact in that storage room I simply must acquire. But as you may have noticed, the door won't budge. I took one of those roundish, ringy what's-its from the wall beside the door. No luck. So I had to go with that panel with the button. Even less luck.
My gentle experimentation caused the chamber to flood. So I pushed the button again, perhaps a little too enthusiastically. Sparks and smoke.
This guy that caused all the flooding.
I came here to investigate. My cautious footsteps may have contributed slightly to the collapse of a bridge. And when the bridge began to collapse, I may have, for the sake of expedience, abandoned the cumbersome ringy what's-it to the waves. By the time I thought to give up the endeavor, the door had closed behind me. And thusly do we come to the present moment.
Thusly do we come.
You said something about an artifact?
Indeed. That storage room is brimming with treasures from the old ones, but one in particular caught my eye. An intricate looking glass. I've only seen one such device before. My old mom brought one back for me from wherever she'd gone to that time. I remember holding it, staring into its face, seeing myself, and my mother just over my shoulder, smiling.
And one of these looking glasses. It's in the storage room.
Oh, yes. I'm quite sure. I peered into that dim little chamber, and there it was. I've wanted to find one for so long, Yes, this time I'm sure I have.
Well, there's no way we're getting into that storage room without another ring. It's part of the locking mechanism that controls the door.
You don't say. Well, that's fantastic news. Marvelous, even. You've got two hands. I've got two hands. Perfect! My savior, my salvation, and if you like, why wouldn't you? Of course you will. My accomplice. Together, that ring is as good as ours, and with it, the storage room and its spoils.
Didn't you say you dropped the ring in the water?
Well, I'll grant you that adds a heretofore undiscussed level of complexity to the proceedings.
So you found the button that controls the flow of water.
Quite by accident.
And then you broke that button.
Also, quite by accident.
The panel's the only way to shut this place down, as far as I can tell. This isn't gonna be easy.
That storage room is filled, top to bottom. Would you be surprised to find the parts you need in there? I certainly wouldn't be.
So, we need to replace that ring and get into the storage room. Then I can fix the panel and shut this place down.
And I can finally wrap my fingers around that looking glass.
Okay, Belden. How are we gonna get that ring?
2 sets of hands, girl! 2 sets of hands! Behind us lie a pair of enormous gates, but I believe the gates must be operating in tandem. Together, we can dry this place out.
Guess we better get started then.
I guess we better.
I guess we'd better.
Up ahead, girl. See the valve? Time to put our hands to use. I'll take care of this one. There's another valve on the other side to lock the gate in place. Would you mind heading across and doing the honors?
Maybe.
Of stagnant water. Charming.
Lucky 13's in the chair. How you making out, Lucky?
Marvelous! You made it! Grab that valve and give it a spin!
On it.
lower the gate.
Right you are! Now, when I get this gate down, you'll need to turn the valve again. Ought to lock this thing in place.
I just won us the game to get us in the next level of playoffs, so I'm pretty great. Well, that's delightful. I am glad that you were able to make it to the next round. I know you were running all the possibilities in your mind of how you could do that.
Halfway through then, aren't we? To the second gate! A ladder is a rare and special thing, girl. Can depend on it to take you exactly where you need to go, and no further.
Exactly where you need to go, and no further.
I'd wager the valves for the second sluice gate are somewhere above us. How are we gonna get up there?
Looks like I could jump across on that. Hopefully the rest of your platform.
Ugh.
Thanks, I think.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4! Caught sellouts and runaway cowards! We see cut it. I forgot the word. Shells, we started off so strong and then it all just imploded. Well, that's sort of my MO. No. Go heavy stuff. Switching gears. Band-aid! We need one.
Dear Nobody, when I took this job, we had to watch this training holo, and I remember probably 2% of the actual holo. At some point, the holo welcomed me to the damn family, and I felt like AJ, that was such a missed opportunity because they could have called it a damnly and chose not to. And B, and A. And I felt like A, that was such a missed opportunity because they could have called it a damnly and chose not to. And B, the idea that I would ever think of any of my coworkers as family was pretty ridiculous. But then one day I looked up and automation had whittled 6 people down to just Laura and I was signing papers to dissolve the family I thought I had. And suddenly my last coworker, with her faded tattoos and perpetually arched eyebrows, was telling me jokes and making me listen to bands I'd never heard of, and cheering me up when I cried. Things were really good when it was just the two of us. We used to have these theme days. One time the sluice gates were open and we set up beach blankets on one of the catwalks in the intake tower and batted around this inflatable beach ball I had in my apartment for some reason. Laura messed around with the emergency PA and patched in a bunch of classical surf rock songs. We even put sunscreen on the bridges of our nose. Laura called it the Concrete Beach Party. When Laura brought up band names, I knew pretty much right away that would be our name, Concrete Beach Party. Well, you could have done Damily. We are Damily. That's pretty fun. When did Binge comment? It's been a while. Him and Adam and It's Jordan were on pretty early in the stream. I've been mostly...
You're close, girl. Just spring across the gap.
Mostly chatting to myself for the last little bit.
You're right above me. Just send that ladder on down.
Look out below.
Now, we've done this once before. Should be as easy as falling down a hole. If you take the valve on the other side.
I'll set up the same way on this side. I should look for an access top.
So are you done now? Are you on your way home? Or do you have more games to play? Well, I guess we're going through the tiny little hole. Well, I guess we gotta go down now. Right on, right on. Looking forward to seeing you when you get here.
Okay, Gildan, turn the valve.
It's not working! Damn thing's too heavy. Right behind me, would you? See anything big and, broken?
Looks like part of the counterweight broke off. If I can get up there, my weight might be enough to get moving again.
Hang on, okay? I've got a plan.
I need to get up higher.
Yeah.
Gotta climb up that wreckage. That's pretty much what I do.
Ah, you twat monkey. Oh, well that's kind of nice. Send you back up. There you go. Pain in my bottom.
Can't jump straight to the counterweight from here. I could climb higher, but I won't.
Going down.
I love you too. I'm looking forward to seeing you when you get home. Ah, butt monkey.
No! That killed her! Nothing would have get done this time, you break! That's...
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You were a sight to see. Bounding from metal rust tracks. Still a bit of water, but going up, wouldn't you say? Now, where's that ring?
Good question.
Well, at least I should be able to swim now.
Snap maw! It's a snap maw! Very, very big snap maw!
I see it, Gildan.
Very big, very, very big!
Just stay out of the way.
Let's set this guy on fire. This girl is on fire.
It's dead.
It's dead. Well, how are you supposed to get down? Whoops. Don't do that. Well, it looks like this is how you get down the stairs. Imagine.
You were right. This thing did swallow the ring.
That's the old Gildan intuition in action. It's never led me astray. Sure, its chosen routes can be a bit circuitous, but never mind. For the storage room, for the spoils. Oh, what's in here? More old world treasures, perhaps? This place is full of surprises. We have a look?
Didn't you want to get into the storage room?
I do. Perfectly. I got time to poke my nose in a few.
Oh, probably.
Okay, Shells, we're not focusing on that right now. Recording, okay? We're not even in the band meeting. Sort of counts as practice, right? Merch. We need merch. Stickers! You're not a real band until someone vandalizes government property with your sticker.
Colleagues, I have been asked to remind you that conversations determined to be irrelevant to servitor training are discouraged.
What were you saying about vandalizing government property?
Dear Nobody, we spent an hour plastering our stickers all over that servitor. Well, I say stickers. They were sticky notes from my desk. We stole the presentation and design of other band logos, drawing little skulls and lightning bolts and broken hearts around the name. It's not like we had any actual work to do. When this began, we were told we'd be on-site advisors going through the motions of our duties so the servitors could mimic our actions. But the government creeps, corporate creeps, same diff, I guess, mostly ignore us or yell at us for getting in their way. The robo-scab's weird oval head keeps swirling toward us, and it keeps asking, "Hello, is this relevant to my training?" As we tried to duck out of its line of sight, ruining its chrome finish with sticky notes and shushing each other's giggles. Afterward, Laura stood in front of the thing and goes, "Servitor, this is very important. This is how you greet Blevins, okay? It's a sign of immense respect. I mean, will the server actually give Blevins the finger? Probably not, right? But a girl can dream. Screw the man. Shelley." These guys are pretty entertaining, I must say.
We drained enough water for what we need to do, but I wonder if I could empty out the whole dam. Pipes, valves. Maybe I can drain the rest of the water from here. Sure are a lot of valves. Should check my focus first.
Yo, Shell, I'm trapped in servitor hell over here. Got in this morning, and as usual, that one half-baked chrome dolt was bumping up against the locked entry door in the reservoir room, moaning about requiring entry into the totality of the facility. Between its robot voice and those weird grindy sounds its limbs make, the acoustics remind me of a track from one of those less accessible German post-punk bands. I've told them every night the pipe network decouples so that the reservoir can refill, and every morning it has to be reset manually. All you have to do is turn the valve thingy so that the water flows directly to the pump. The rest of the servitors seem to get it, but this guy won't stop bugging out. I mean, I know we're supposed to be on-site advisors, but this is getting ridiculous. Do I have to scratch the instructions into their stupid, shiny faces? Well, what are
check
the
area with my focus, maybe.
What are the instructions? Gotta do a manual reset?
I'd have to ditch something.
That's cute. What ifs? There's a whole bunch of valves. Alright, alright. Valvey thingies. This is the only thing I see, so... What are the instructions? The pipe network decouples so that the reservoir can refill, and every morning it has to be reset manually. All you have to do is turn the valve thingy so that the water flows directly to the pump. The rest of the servitors seem to get it. So turn the valve thingy so that the water flows directly to the pump. Well, let's turn one and see what happens.
Can my focus show me anything?
Can your focus show you anything?
Time to get the flow going to the right place.
I say this as a man typically enamored of complexities, but this looks like it might be a little much for me.
Don't worry. I think I've got this.
Music to my ears. To each job, its proper tool. Toothpicks make horrible arrows, as the saying goes. You got a competent mind, girl. A mind for nuance and finesse. Not I. No, indeed. Not old Gildan.
That's not quite right. Looks like I'm on the right track.
That's not gonna do it.
One step closer.
This job demands a certain degree of patience, doesn't it? I'm afraid I inherited my mother's restlessness.
Alright, that pipe's not working.
Something's not right.
Alright, so we gotta go that way on this one. That's right.
Getting there.
Alright, so that's gotta go this way. That's the broken pipe.
The water's flowing, just where it needs to. Looks like I'm on the right track. There, that should do it. I should head back. See if that took care of the rest of the
Got it working, did you? Of course you did. Never met a conundrum you couldn't unconundrum, have you?
The door's open. Guess it's sealed because this must go down to the lower level. Ugh, it stinks down here. Looks like that's everything.
Smell that?
I should head back up with
Smells like a
Gildan.
Forge-side morning in the claim.
See? Check this out. We could just bang on this pipe, you know? Could we sample that, or? Totally. Like, what about after the... Oh, sorry. Just a sec. Laura? I need to take a break. Laura? Hey! Laura!
I feel embarrassed now. Think about following Laura out of the pump station like a kicked puppy, wondering what horrible thing I might have done until she threw herself into this room and shut the door behind her and just screamed. The fear of abandonment is weirdly self-centered because it presupposes that little old you are filled with such immense destructive power that you're capable of driving every person you care about away. Anyway, at the bottom of the dam, with her on one side of the door and me on the other, she told me that Metallurgic had bought her mom's house, her whole neighborhood, in fact, out from under her to build a new server farm. Ugh, God, I don't even like that house, she said. I don't even like Indianapolis. I hated every minute I spent in that city as a kid. When they told us we'd have to leave the dam, I went back to my apartment, I sat on my bed, and I prayed to a God I don't even believe in, that I wouldn't have to move back home, that I wouldn't have to show up on my mom's front step with a suitcase and a bunch of stupid excuses. She was trying not to sound like she was crying, but she sounded like she was crying. I guess I got my stupid wish, huh? I asked her where she'd go, and she laughed. Where else could she go? Back home to help her mom pack up the house, to move with her into whatever dank little one-room hole Metallurgic's displacement grant would allow them to afford. I think I could have dealt with being one of those losers who celebrate their 40th birthday living in a house they grew up in, but now I don't even have that. I had no idea how to make her feel better, so I just sat on the other side of the door and I started singing the song we were working on, the one about being the last two girls on Earth, and eventually she started singing along. Love, Shelley.
So, as we circle back around to the matter of the supply room, I can't wait! Almost there! Soon I'll hold the looking glass in my hand. Just like Mama
Now I have to find a pattern.
The lock positions. Helpful.
What are you doing with your hands there, girl?
Lucky's home.
I can't believe that worked. I thought you lost your mind tickling the empty air like that. Where is it? Where did it go?
I mean, this is it. We get to play together, what, maybe 2 more times? Nah, shells. Farewell tour! Reunion tour in like 6 months. Let's do it all the time. For our adoring fans. It's not that hard to stay in touch, Shelley. We could practice in holospace. People always say that.
Dear nobody, we got in a fight, Laura and I. After practice, we went out for drinks. There's this row bar in downtown Cody, so we called an autocar and shuttled over. We're the only people there with the park closing. Cody's becoming a ghost town. The more we drank, the more passive-aggressive our banter became, snowballing out of control, metastasizing in the empty air between us, and then before either of us really knew what was happening, we were yelling at each other. I kept thinking, like, I'm not abandoning her, she's abandoning me, and I guess she's probably thinking something similar. We got quiet for a while, drank more. Eventually Laura ordered me an autocar, and we piled into it. Slid as far from each other on the backseat as we could, arms crossed, staring out the window. And then I heard myself talking. Screw it. I don't care if you stay in touch with me. I'm going to stay in touch with you, whether you like it or not. You're not getting rid of me, ever. Laura looked at me for what felt like ages. I thought she was going to start yelling, but then her hand crept over to mine and we just sat there together. Bottoms up. Shelley.
I can't spare the weight.
One doesn't imagine such things. Not two delves in a row.
Okay, let's fix the panel and shut this place down. Gilden? Everything okay?
I was so sure I saw it. The looking glass. I was so sure. Right there in the window. I was... Of course. Trick of the light. Nothing at all.
I'm sorry, Gilden. It must have meant a lot to you.
Oh, no. Much as any artifact of the old ones would mean to me, really. It's fine. I'm fine. Besides, what are the spoils compared to the delve? That's why we do it, girl. The delve, not the treasure. And what a delve it was! Ugh. By the great blazing forge, I'll never forget that. Now then, I believe we have some repairs to make.
Buddy. Hey, Lucky. Hey. Hey. Ramtada! Put a little of that in my glass right here. Clinky, clinky. You're the best husband ever. If you weren't already married to me, I'd marry you again.
Oh, that's a whole lot.
That's good, that's good.
prettier,
Whoa, 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 stop pouring! Stop pouring!
What does it mean?
It means it worked.
By the forge. Ha! You are a wonder! Do you hear that often? I'll hazard a guess you do.
I've heard something like that once or twice.
Oh, she's modest now. A master of the arts of the old ones, a delver to shame the entire claim, and she wants to be modest. Ha!
It's not like I did it alone, Gilden.
No. No, I suppose not.
So what's next for you? On your way back to the claim?
And deprive the people of Song's Edge the story of this encounter? Perish the thought! I'll stay there a while longer. But a story is best told by all who encountered it. Come and lend a hand, won't you?
Overflow basin empty. Interior accessible. Minimal flood damage.
Sounds like the basin is dried out too. Maybe I'll take a look.
Another adventure so soon? Whew, you're braver than me. But there was no question of that.
Bear with me, guys. My life flashed before my eyes. I thought I was in the middle of...
You go on ahead. I'm gonna stand right here and bask in our victory for a while.
I hear Binge's stream through my headset. There he is. I'll have to run out of here before I can teleport. Whoa, don't drop down the cliff. Holy. Whoa, I dropped down the cliff.
Water's lower. And going by that sound, I think Lalai's already at the den.
Oh, I can teleport over there. Sweet. Holy. Lucky's breaking the kitchen.
Sounds getting louder. She wasn't kidding about the sound.
And she's surrounded by snap maws. I just gotta kill the snap maws and talk to that girl, and then I will be done. Really good. I mean, I know this is gonna surprise you, but I was on the last storyline quest, and it was basically like anything you need to do, you should go do it now kind of thing. Oh, shoot. So, I knew I had, like, one quest left. I was like, well, maybe I better go check that out. And 2 hours later, here we are. With me still saying, oh, I'm just gonna do this thing, and then I'll go back and finish the storyline quest, because this is obviously the expansion pack material, which we can do after we finish the storyline quest. And yet here we still are, doing this, instead of the storyline quest. Although in my defense, I fought a really hard machine and it took all my health, so I really shouldn't have gone to do the storyline quest, because I would need to gather more health. And I'm back to full health again, fighting machines. Depleting that health. Just saying. It's a vicious cycle. What? I didn't understand what you just said there. Oh, good, I'm glad. I'm glad you enjoy the stream, Lucky. Dang it. Burn up and die, would you, brah? Stop it! Die already. Lucky wants to go play Vanguard with the binge. Oh, I just got a trophy for something. I like this bow. It don't do a whole lot of damage, but she rapid fires. After this one? I don't know. You're gonna have to find me another game that you think that I would like. So far, you're doing pretty good at that. I don't know what games these newfangled players got going on. That's a good question for the chat. See what they'd like to see. Maybe we should go do God of War. Start at like God of War 1 and do the whole series. That would be entertaining for me. I heart God of War.
Must be the entrance to this den.
Do them all in order. That could take a while. That could be fun.
Live from the illustrious Overflow Basin Studios, it's Concrete Beach Party! A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3, 4! Sellouts and runaway cowards, we've seen your type before. You remove us from the premises, but it's us who's showing you the door. You make the world so hard to live in, then act like we should crave a spot. But if we're not good enough for your world, we think your world can rock.
Rock and roll! Overwatch? What? It's like the full song. Man, me playing Overwatch would be like when I first started playing Fortnite. That was wicked bad. Eat. Hey, Poogie! Welcome to the stream! Watching from the liquor store, sweet. Andy just brought me home more rumchata and then way overfilled my glass. The autocars are on their way. Mine will take me to my apartment in Cody. Hers will take her to the Veraport. She brought her luggage with her to work today. Everything she owns packed into 2 little suitcases. She's wearing the fanciest outfit I've ever seen her in. It's for Mom, she said. She bought me this outfit, if you can believe it. Normally, like, who cares? But I don't know. She's already dealing with a lot. We walked through the dam today, listened to all these tapes, read all these messages, and maybe this is one of those sign my yearbook, we'll never lose touch things. But I'm not scared of losing Laura anymore. We're family. We didn't inherit each other or settle on each other. We chose each other. No amount of distance, no number of jerks in bad suits or whatever that word is, robots, are going to tear us apart. So listen, on the off chance that someone ever actually does stumble onto these things, here's the truth. There was this band called Concrete Beach Party, and for a second it was the best band in the world. And you, whoever you are really, really lucky because you're the only person who ever got to hear them. See you never, the last girls on Earth. Has Andy been drinking too? Giving everybody the love?
You look happy to be playing again.
I don't know what you did, but the water drained in the snap of a short song. What do you think of the music?
I've never heard anything else like it.
That's because there's no other place with such resonance, such intonation that rattles your ribs with its power. And of course, no one else knows these pipes like I do. I learned them by ear before I could walk, strapped to my father's back. Thank you for draining the waters. Not just for myself, but for my ancestors and their songs. Please, take this as a token of our gratitude.
Absolutely allowed to love the peeps. And tell them as much as you want. Alright, I am going to go up out of this hole to the fire pit. And I am going to save my game. And then Lucky is going to play some... Oh, that is right side ladder. Lucky is going to play something. So with that, we will sign off so you guys don't have to watch me try to fumble up out of this hole. Thanks to everybody who stopped by. We had Adam and Poogie and It's Jordan and Binge. And Binge is streaming right now, so if you're interested in Vanguard, that's what he's got going on tonight. Be sure to pop over there and watch that stream. And yeah, thanks everybody for coming by. We'll see you again real soon.